Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Last night, my girlfriend and I went to a party my fraternity was hosting. I am currently trying to limit the amount of alcohol I am drinking so I can cut. But my girlfriend was not, so we had very different drinking habits there. During the 3 or 4 hours we were there, I had like 3 White Claws, while my girlfriend drank to get drunk with her girls that were there. Eventually we got to a point where it was very clear my girlfriend wasn't doing well, so I decided to drive her home. Like I said, she was very drunk, so she wasn't walking straight, was a bit incoherent, and once we left the house she threw up in the bushes. I was there with her the whole time and asked one of our pledges to get me some water and Gatorade for her. While we were waiting, these 2 random girls ran up on us and were trying to talk to us. I'm convinced one was on something, as she was convinced she was friends with my girlfriend and said that she'd take her home. I explained the situation and told her that I would be taking her home. The girls wouldn't leave us alone, and despite me telling them that my girlfriend is in fact my girlfriend, they refused to believe us. Eventually, I just grabbed my girlfriend and tried to get to my car so we could leave, but these 2 girls refused to let me leave. They literally stood in front of me and tried to pull my girlfriend off of me. I was trying to push through them and they would not let me go. At this point, I was so tired of whatever dumb stuff they were trying to do, so I went off. I had told them that they need to leave me and my girlfriend alone before they do something they regret. They decided to continue being jerks about this and I walked through them. I finally got my girlfriend to my car and they continued to bitch at me and were telling me to leave my girlfriend alone. Finally, some of my brothers saw us and came and distracted them while I got my girlfriend into the car and was able to drive off. This morning, I got multiple DMs about what happened from one of the girls that attended my party. She explained that she knew the girls. They thought my girlfriend was in danger and they wanted to help her. She demanded I apologize to them for how I acted, yelling at them and walking through them. Okay, I don't think anyone is wrong here because the girls are obviously just trying to help another girl, right? We're literally taught that if you see like a drunk person, a drunk woman, and some dude is trying to take her in his car, it's best that you try to see what is actually happening. Like, is that guy her actual boyfriend kind of thing? Like, I totally get the girls, right? They're just trying to be helpful and they just don't want another girl being hurt. But I also get the guy too because, you know, he was the boyfriend and he just didn't really understand that and he just wanted to go home, you know, because his girlfriend is drunk and he's done with the party. So I understand them both, to be honest. But I feel like someone should have explained something. Like, no one tried to help them. No one was like, oh, they know each other, that's her boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. No one said that. No one came to help them. So yeah, he's not wrong because that is his actual girlfriend. But I don't think the girls are wrong either because that's just how girls live, honestly. That's just how we live. If we see another girl in trouble or looks like she's in trouble, we're taught to help them. I was recently at a close relative's wedding with my family. The dress code the bride told us was that women wore dresses and men had to wear something similarly formal, example, a suit. I am assigned female at birth, so I was told I would have to wear a dress. I don't identify as a woman, however, so I wasn't comfortable with this and asked for a potential compromise on my outfit. She insisted that I wore a dress. Cut to when my family were ordering their wedding clothes and figuring out their outfits. My parents asked if I had found anything suitable and I sent them a link to a romper that looks very much like a dress at first glance. It's generally not noticeable unless you look closely that the bottom part is not a skirt. We got the romper, it arrives and everything is fine. I wore it to the wedding and for the first part everything seems okay, until I am pulled along too hard by a kid and ended up tripping and falling face first, sprawled out on the floor. As everyone nearby gathers around to see what happened, the bride notices that the bottom part of my outfit is shorts and not a skirt, and loses it, and starts screaming at me that she made it clear I needed to wear a dress, and that I was being selfish by going against her wishes on a special day. I'm pretty sensitive and also hate loud noise as I'm autistic, so I start crying because the mix of pain from scraping my leg and her loud yelling is enough to overstimulate me pretty badly. My cousin leads me away to treat my wound. The bride stalks off still fuming and won't speak to us for the rest of the night until we eventually leave at the end of the wedding. I was reassured by some members of the family that I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm still super hung up over it and wondering if it was bad of me to wear that. This was what I wore. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, it looks like a dress. Honestly, why do brides always have to like overreact like that? I never get it when brides literally have an entire dress code for everyone at the wedding. Do you know what I mean? Like, just be chill, man. just be chill. You don't even know if a marriage life is gonna last, alright? So like, just be chill with everything. No, but seriously, I just don't get why some people overreact. Like, okay, it looks like a freaking dress though. Who cares if it's actually shorts? You know, if it looks like a dress, then everything should be fine. Seriously, I just don't get why the bride overreacted. I feel so bad for this person. And they compromised too. It's not like this person was like, nah, I'm not going to go to your wedding. You know, this person found a solution and went with it. Honestly, if I was uncomfortable and I didn't want to go because the bride is making me feel uncomfortable, forcing me to wear something that I don't want to wear, I wouldn't have went. My daughter, who is 27, is getting married in August. She hasn't invited my wife or our children. I'm very hurt, and I told her that since my family wasn't welcome, I shouldn't be welcome too. She was angry with me and has called me crying, saying that I'm an asshole for doing this to her, since who is going to walk her down the aisle. My daughter was a very happy child until she was 13 and her mum and I divorced. She was devastated and we did everything from therapy, etc. She couldn't fathom what was going on since we were a happy family. I met my beautiful wife 4 years later, and it was the second blow to her, since she lived with the hope that her mum and I would reconcile. She never liked my wife. Now my wife and our small children aren't welcome to her wedding. Everyone else is invited, including her mum's new boyfriend and his sons. She told me that she was free to invite whoever she wanted on a big day, and I totally agree with her and support her decision, but then shouldn't I also be free to decline the invitation? Exactly, he did the right thing. His daughter is being a freaking hypocrite, inviting her mum and her mum's partner and her mum's partner's sons, but she doesn't want to invite her dad's partner and her dad's partner's kids. Yeah. The daughter is just being spiteful, being petty. You can't just expect your dad to be like, okay, I'll come without my kids and without my wife. Like, really? Your dad has a new family now. If you really loved your dad, then be happy for him. It's not like anybody cheated in the relationship. Do you know what I mean? People get divorces, and I feel like it's way better getting a divorce than staying together, hating each other, and fighting every single day. No kid needs to witness that. 3 years ago, my wife and kids wore me down and I agreed to let them get a dog. I am not a dog person. They seem like very fine people, but they are just not for me. They seem like very fine people. The deal was that I wouldn't have to walk it or clean up after it and that they would take care of it. It was fine for about 1.5 years, but once the thing was out of its puppy phase, they lost more interest. So for about 2 years now, I have been walking it because it needs exercise. I have to buy it food because my wife forgets. I have to walk around the backyard before I mow to make sure I'm not going to run over its turds. I'm done. I came home yesterday and it had chewed up a pair of my shoes. I waited until dinner and then I laid down the law. That poor thing is going to stir crazy. It is used to getting the attention and stuff all the time because of COVID. Now that they can do other stuff, they are ignoring it. It isn't fair to the dog and it isn't fair to me. I said that if they didn't have the time to walk it, they could play with it in the backyard. But that if I found any turds back there, that I was hiring a service to keep the yard clean, but the money was coming out of their allowances or the house budget. I said I wasn't buying any more food. If there was no food and the dog wasn't fed, I would be hiring someone to wash the dog, and once again, they would be paying for it. They got upset with me because the dog likes me and it's obviously my dog. Of course the thing likes me, I take care of it, which I don't want to do. So I brought out our agreement, which I made them all sign. Not my responsibility. I said they had 3 choices. Take care of the dog, rehome the dog, or pay someone else to take care of the dog. They all think I'm being too harsh, but I don't think so. I didn't want it in the first place. I've already checked with a friend of mine. She likes dogs and has agreed to take it if my family cannot follow through. My wife says that I'm being an ass with this ultimatum. I think it's fair. As a dog lover, I think it's fair too, to be honest, because seriously, it's the fact that they got the dog during COVID times, right? But now that they can go out again, they don't care about the dog anymore. So they got the dog just cause. I think this dad did well because in the first place, it wasn't his dog. He didn't want it. He was like, you guys take care of it. If you can't take care of a dog, then don't get it. And once you get it, don't expect your parents to take care of your dogs or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I honestly think it's very fair because if this guy isn't taking care of the dog, then no one is going to take care of the dog. Then obviously the dog has to be rehomed to be cared for by a better family. Obviously. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!